Yeah, babe, I think I love you now. You're going to get me this game. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a turn off at that point though, because it's just like
but girls
stop trying to do the most. You know what I
for
mean?
him, he's already in the head, so he's got in the head, and I don't want to use. I never want to use this as a way of no. I won't say it unless I mean it, ever.
What's up? It's Where the Keys At. We're back in the building. My name is Eli. Got some special guests in the house to my left.
Ashwell, I'm here again. Who's over there?
Tasia.
And your boy Tezza T, you know how we do.
So we've got some young blood in the house today. So it should be quite interesting to hear your perspective on the things we talk about because we're a little bit older than you.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Ooh.
But I said a little bit older. That's my daughter.
Do you know what I mean?
That's like... so yeah, we got a special guest on today. It's my daughter. So she just left school. She just got herself into education, little apprenticeship thing. So she's now starting to grow and see the world. So we thought we'd get a perspective of the younger generation because I remember NRA days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember going careers. And I remember I wanted to be a chef because obviously Ash went to college to do chef as well. But I remember going there and I think, Mister, shout out to you.
Yeah, he done.
We went college and I went to do apprenticeship and he went at Courtyard Hotel. And I remember like doing one shift, like working like 16 hours or something stupid.
Yeah.
But like £30 a week.
And that was the apprenticeship,
And
right?
that was apprenticeship money.
That's how they were.
And I was like,
mad.
£30, I'm doing all these mad hours, like 6 days a week and that. I didn't last that long, man.
But what can they expect?
I ended up working like in a factory. But when I was working in the factory, man was getting like 2 bills a week.
Yeah.
So I'm like, everyone else is getting a little £30.
Yeah.
I'm getting like £200 a week, bro. So I was like the big baller back then, man. Obviously it's hard work, like, working for like Bosch, I worked at Cranes, done that kind of things. But bro, my money was nice. Like I was getting big money. But I remember like all the other generation in there were going to me, what are you doing working here for? You're too young. These machines that you're working on, there should be like 3 people working on these machines. Why are you working on a slave labour? Don't do it. And I lasted about 6 months and cut from that as well.
But to you, I guess when it's your first job, it don't matter. That money's good, isn't it?
Listen, money was if you had money back in the day, you could do stuff, innit?
And all you wanted to do with your money is just buy clothes.
£25 get you a whole tracksuit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look at
25.
sportive.
Yeah. Look at
£30 for a night tracksuit them days. Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, you remember everyone got the Top Man cards and that.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Man would go and get a new shirt, a new something every week just to go
Every
out
weekend, yeah.
So did you guys not get a qualification out of it?
I didn't do it. I went to college.
I went to college and got my qualification.
I didn't even know apprenticeships existed. But how did you find out about apprenticeships?
My school, we had a careers lady, and she sorted out stuff like a careers events.
Yeah.
And I just signed up for a bunch. And it's really hard because obviously it's like one position out of so many people competing for them.
Yeah.
But I love it. The only downside is obviously you get like 30 days off a year.
That's good. 30 days a year is better than standard.
Like compared to that's what people in my year get just for the 6 weeks holiday.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
I guess you're becoming an adult before them. I think I'd rather make that choice early on, be 16 and have 30 days. And 30 days is actually good.
Yeah, that's good.
For the real world. But it's kind of, I guess you go from being a kid to an adult real quick with an
Straight
apprenticeship.
away, yeah.
In there with big people. And you can't be like a teenager on your phone and do all that. You miss all that.
I think there's more opportunity for you to grow now than there was back then. Like, I felt like when I was 16, I wasn't allowed to mix with big people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, big people, and you were still a child.
Yeah.
Whereas now, young children now, or teenagers, whatever, are now going into like adult environments and they're accepted and they're thriving. Do you know what I mean? We never had opportunities. Like, there was kids and there was adults.
Yeah.
And that was it. But now it's like...
I guess it takes a certain type of kid, though. Not every kid would be ready for that. I'm thinking about, in my job, there are some kids that could not go into the work environment and be expected to get to work on time, to answer the phone, to treat people with respect, to work on your own initiative when there's no work in front of you. Not all kids can do that.
Apprentice scheme is sometimes it's one of them ones as well. Because in old company I used to work for, we used to do apprenticeship scheme, but this is a little scam.
Because they pay less, then
they pay less
money.
So they're doing the same job as us. So they give them like so they got to do their level 2. So they got to do level 2 health and social care.
Yeah.
But they have a year to do it. Some of these guys are taking longer than a year.
Right.
But they're not supporting them because she's now 2 years in. She knows the job. She's doing the same as everybody else, and she should get paid the same. So me and my boss at the time, I said, okay, let's just sit down.
Yeah.
We just go through all our questions.
Sign off.
Knock it out in like, I don't know, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In the end, they had to back pay her because we fight for her. So we just fight for her to like, you need to like give her money. Like she's been doing this job for longer than she should. But
That's what old apprenticeships were.
Yeah,
That's what they used to be, innit? And
Slave
now,
labour.
sounds
Yeah.
like you're on one of the new types of apprenticeships where they look after you, they pay you
Yeah, sounds
proper,
good.
and then you get a job at the end, you know? Ash, what was your first job? I think I know what your first job was.
what was my first job? My first job was bloody Burger King, wasn't it? Like Burger
Nah, that
King.
weren't your first job.
What was my first job?
Working for Jan's.
Oh, paper
Oh,
round.
you going back?
That's
to
a job,
paper
innit? You
round
make
days.
your money.
Paper round days.
We always pay. That's what our first jobs was.
You guys,
innit?
none of your friends had paper rounds today.
No, not a single one.
Damn, we all had paper round. It was just the
I
norm.
would get double shift, bro.
I don't think it's really a thing anymore.
But he worked hard from
Yeah, and then I moved over to the other one, Raymond's one, and
Felixstowe Road.
that was bigger money, bro. I was happy.
What was it like back in the
Tell her
70s?
what bigger money was.
Oh, that was like I don't know, because Jan's was like
13.
£13
£13 a week,
to
boy.
£20, so that's like a £7 jump.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? And £20 them days, you're looking at every month we used to save that money. Me and Ray used to save that money, and then we used to go every month. We just go, let's go shopping, and then we just go shopping, and we buy like 2 or 3 tracksuits out of that, or save up to buy a TN. And everyone know what TN is, innit? Well, from us, TN is like
know
TN is
TNs.
massive now,
Yeah,
innit? Yeah,
TNs,
TN's massive
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So yeah, that was my first job. Yeah, that's yours too, isn't it?
Mine too, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the best job you ever had? Because it doesn't mean like the best job is
Yes.
not necessarily the job you're doing now.
The best job I've ever had. When I first got into working with young people, yeah, that was so rewarding because I kind of went in and started helping them out, doing like summer camps and stuff, and I kind of enjoyed it working with like kids who were probably struggling in school, or kids who been kicked out of school and stuff like that, and I just helped them out. I was like a behavioural support assistant basically,
Yeah.
and then they offered me a job as a TA, and then obviously I worked for myself from TA into like a teacher, into like head of year, you know what I mean, and stuff with stuff like a council and stuff like that. So probably that, because that's probably the most rewarding job I've done.
But that's what I was gonna say. It sounds like you like that because it was like
Rewarding,
self-fulfilling.
Yeah, that was
Best
rewarding,
jobs,
man.
like the
Rewarding.
most highly paid jobs, are not like that, though, are they?
Nah, they're not. Like, I love the job I do now, to be fair, and I think that you go to a house as an empty shell, and then all of a sudden you go to the art again after you finish, and it's like all nice,
Yeah.
electric's all done, nice lights in the place, like it's so it's filling. Like, but for me, the end goal is to be that person who dictates all of that. So rather than working for a company, it's like I'm the boss, I'm the own boss, so I can kind of facilitate things that I want to work. Maybe you work abroad. Do you know, yeah, just all sorts of stuff, man.
Want to be
Like,
the
I just-
Dane Dash,
Yeah, why
not
not?
the boss.
Dane.
And I just want to bring
Dame
my
came
main
inside
aim
house.
is to collaborate education
Yeah.
and electrics together. Those kids that I used to work with back in the day who never had the opportunity to do like construction and stuff, because I never got told about that. If I could bring through like my boys' kids and that, and say, yeah, come on, jump on and do electrics, or come on and jump on and do this, do that,
Yeah.
and educate them, that would be ideal for me.
Have any of you ever been, including you, fired or quit a job before?
I've never been fired.
I can't think what jobs I've quit or left.
Is this your first job? Are you in your first job now?
No, I've had 2. I worked at KFC before, and
How
I
did
was
that
there
end?
for a few months. During I was only there for about 3 months up until I got my since I left school until I got my apprenticeship. So it was only about 3 months, but during that time, so many people just walked out.
Yeah.
So many people, like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
What's the job that you had the most fun in? Not like
Oh,
not the
okay.
job that you actually you want to do or
Yeah.
you know what I mean hate, but the job that you felt you had the most fun in, that was like fun, and if you know what I mean, just something like that.
The job I had the most fun in was working at Burger King.
is it?
Burger King was wicked job, man. Like, you're never going to do that again where you work with all of your friends. You don't go home thinking, oh, no, did I get that order wrong? You know, you don't think about your job. There's no pressure.
Yeah.
And then you get your pay packet. Remember the little brown envelope with the
Yeah.
cash in it?
Yeah.
Written on there, £86.50 at the end of the week. That was an amazing job. I loved it.
I used to
And
love
I got fired.
remember I used to work at that paint factory place.
Oh.
because it didn't seem like a job to me. It was just me going around on a little scooter thing, picking up paint and wrapping it down paint.
Yeah.
And then we used to just play about. Like, we don't even take the job serious. We used
All
to go
of us
around and
went
bust
there.
each other's paint.
Yeah.
I had a few good
So you're
jobs,
running
man.
around in
I like
paint
Webster
geeking.
Windows. Webster Windows is a good job.
Wicked.
Remember,
man.
Webster
I worked with you. Yeah, I've worked with both of you. Yeah.
Webster Windows, man.
Yeah.
Let's get on the phone, but yeah.
Oh, yeah,
we're
selling
gonna
windows.
Like, yeah, that was Webster Windows.
Do you remember? I
Bare
remember the
of us there, weren't
script.
there?
It's Eli calling from Weathersill Windows and just calling, to, just inquiring to see if you've got the old wooden or aluminium windows there.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, no, who's this?
Look at
I'm
these
calling from
PVC
Weathersill.
ones. I got a lead. Put the phone on pause. I got a lead.
Got a bite.
I got a mic. I got a bite. Pass it to my
I don't
man.
think I could ever do sales though. Because
No?
there's a sales department at my work, but I don't think I'll be that good.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could do it.
Sales takes a certain mentality.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
have a killer mentality to
Yeah.
be a salesperson.
Sales is mainly always good money though.
Yeah, of course, because it's
Commission,
Yeah.
but I
But
couldn't do
You're
it.
crap at sales.
You got to sell yourself. You got to sell yourself.
Yeah.
And you got to convince that person over in the line that whatever you're selling them is the shit.
Yeah.
Like literally, like
And you got to sell people stuff they don't need, and that's what
Yeah.
I found hard.
if I was making money from, I'm selling dreams.
Yeah,
like,
you would.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
you
selling
would
it.
definitely would be selling
I'm
it.
selling a dream up. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, it's 3D. Like literally, it feels like the man's coming out the screen at you. You know what I mean?
Love is in the air. And I want to know what you guys think. So, Ashwell,
Oh, God.
what's the worst Valentine's gift you've ever given or received?
That would be somebody that you have to ask someone I've given a Valentine gift to, I guess.
Any of you want to answer that question?
Worst person
Gift
I've ever
or
given?
received? Or received.
Received.
The worst thing I've ever given. Jack shit.
Oh, that's cold-blooded.
Nothing, bro. Like,
Don't tell me one of them was, why do we have to buy Valentine's?
yeah, I want
Valentine's
them,
every
bro.
day.
I'm one of them guys, bro. Like, why just keep like? It's just it's a standard day, bro. It's just a gimmick, innit? Like,
I'll tell you what he got me for Valentine's one year: a book.
That's good.
Yeah,
And that's
but
good
like,
that he gets his daughter
a nice,
something
a nice
too.
bouquet of flowers would have been nice. A book.
What was the book?
Nobody want no book
Yeah,
on
but that's not what
Valentine's Day, bro. Nobody want no Valentine's
What was the book?
Day.
What was the book?
It was about like a black woman.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was quite a good book. There's a movie about it now. It's called Queenie.
Queenie, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
sick.
Yeah, I got that book,
That's
bro.
wicked.
You know what I'm saying?
Eli would do something like that. Eli would give you book for
What, like-
Christmas, birthday.
Or reduced flowers.
Do you know what? I
You
wouldn't buy my
these
daughter nothing for Valentine's Day. That's her boyfriend's job. I ain't giving
Yeah,
her
that's-
money
that's
for that.
exactly
But no, I just think some of them days, like,
Eli, them flowers are too much.
I don't think a book's that bad.
Have you ever gotten Valentine's Day gifts from anyone that's not your dad?
I have, but nothing bad. I got a really nice bouquet of flowers, didn't I? And they was in like is it a hat box?
Yeah, like a
With
hat
like-
box
yeah, it
with
was really
berries
nice.
and that and sweets and that.
Yeah, but I know one girl. This weren't for Valentine's actually, but she got reduced flowers one time, and like the yellow stick is still on there. Like,
You got to at least take that off, innit? Like,
But these little boys are doing well if you've got a box. I've never even done that.
Yeah. I was impressed, I can't lie.
they was really nice, and we like searched up the brand. It was called like Haute. Is that how you say it? It was like Haute, and they was really expensive.
That's the problem, innit?
Dumb money, but
And then the women or girls will go in and look into the value of what they've got and all that sort of stuff. Same with wedding rings and all that
So if you
sort
get
of
them
stuff.
shit, then they can't look at
Gotta find the
what about
brand.
you, Elijah? What about you?
We ain't talking about me. This is for you
Oh,
guys.
here we go.
So growing up,
Yeah.
who was your celebrity crush? Like whose poster did you have on the wall?
Celebrity crush, Halle Berry.
Chris Brown. Me and my mum love Chris Brown.
Mariah Carey for me. That's my girl, boy. Bad.
Okay. Chris Brown, Mariah Carey, and Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
All right, cool. Do you believe in love at first sight?
No. What do you mean? Like in the first Nah.
I don't know, actually. That's a hard one, isn't it?
It's not.
I wouldn't say love at first sight, because I think
Exactly.
love's a deep
Strong
word.
word, yeah.
Love's a strong word, isn't it? But I feel like you can look at somebody or be with somebody and see someone and think, rah,
You could.
I could be with you, or you could be my girl, sort of thing. Like, I think love's a strong word, but I think
But it's not. That's not love though. That's not love at first
is
sight.
it lust? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is actually.
It's more lust for love. I don't know.
Actually, if I had to answer yes or no, I'd say no.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like, yeah, if you meet someone at that first point, you can look at them and think, yeah, I want that good with my girl, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that's not love, I don't
Yeah.
think, because you don't know it's love until you kind of build a relationship. So
Yeah, it's just attraction.
it's an attraction.
Attraction at first sight. Ash,
Yeah.
you saying no, yeah?
I'm saying I say no to that. Full stop. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Because
Yeah,
you
attraction
can't.
at
How
first
do you love? I don't know how you look at someone. And go, I love you.
Love's a strong word.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't go into a relationship. I've never gone into any relationship and after, some people they're busting I love you after a month. I'm like, huh? How do you love someone? No. I don't bust them maneuvers there.
You got to build that thing.
Yeah.
That point when you live with each other and you leaving that towel on the bedroom floor and let's get that person vexed, or
Yeah.
like you're not tying them up. Just the little things where you're doing things was just annoying you, where you have to get over is when you start to realise how much you like or love somebody.
I don't think I dropped that L word until we was like nearly a year in.
Yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
That doesn't mean that you didn't feel that until a year in. You just probably thought, I'm going to wait until it's all right.
I'm like, I need to completely feel it kind of thing. Completely. I feel like people use it recklessly and don't understand the meaning behind that word. But that word is a powerful word, you know?
It's a bit like saying someone's world class, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nah, brother, you got to do
It's a powerful word, you know what I mean?
Man's world class.
Bro.
Man had one good season. World class. Nah.
It's the same. Like, I don't think it's a lot that goes into it. Like, you have to like peep what you're saying. And more time people say it, just we know. Remember, it's growing up, and when I read you now, D-boy used to drop that every second, bruv. Every time you're with somebody.
You use it as a tool, though.
Yeah, use it as a way of getting the girl to get him stuff. So he just bust it after 2 weeks.
I hear it.
I love you. And he sit there and he goes, watch this. Yeah, babe, I think I love you, You're going to get me this game. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a turn off at that point though, because it's just like
but
girls
trying to do the
fall for it.
most. You know what I
for
mean?
him, he's already in the head, so he's got in the head, and I don't want to. I never want to use this as a way of I won't say it unless I mean it, ever.
What's the best love song, maybe of all time, to you?
Music Soul Child, love.
Look, you think so?
Of all time, so that's killing the 80s and 90s and.
For me, Music Soul Child.
Okay.
Or Music Soul Child, 143. Those are my 2 tunes.
I just think lovers rock reggae. I can't name a song.
No song.
But
You gotta have a tune.
Need a song, sorry, can't qualify unless you give me a name.
I can't think of a song.
Well, what tune
You can look for
think
your
is
phone
better
if you
than
want.
love? You got the My Man, Let's Get Married tune. Jagged
Nah,
Edge.
I'm
But I said
like,
romantic. You don't have to say
Yeah.
love in it. It just needs to be romantic.
there's a few tunes, man, but boy,
There is loads of tunes, but for me, 143 and
I think
Love.
I don't really want to say, but it has to be like an R. Kelly tune, bro.
I knew it already.
R. Kelly tune, bro.
Which R. Kelly tune?
It has to be a future. Like he just brought out so many bangers, man. Like,
13.
like, you know what I mean?
Go on then, if you had to
Like-
name an R. Kelly tune, that is most romantic tune.
You're looking for R. Kelly tunes now, yeah.
I don't.
I'm looking for my
I don't know. Most romantic. It's probably got bear in it. Some of them is just dotty in it. But I reckon something like something like Half on a Baby, bro.
Yeah. That's,
You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
tune,
Like
yeah.
that kind of tunes
Yeah.
there, bro. That tune's bad.
Yeah.
Half on it.
That tune's bad. You know what I mean? Like you can't get any deeper than that, bro. Like
It's not
you and your
better than
girl
music, bruv.
having a child together, like getting half on a baby, bro. Like that, you can't get no deeper than that. Like
Yeah.
bringing a family into the world. Like that's like, do you know what I mean? All I need is your body next to my singing. That tune's bad. Like the tune there, bro.
That is
Like,
telling my man it's gonna beat. That's all that's telling me, bro. That's all I'm
Nah,
hearing
it's
from
not about
Nah,
that.
it's not
Because he's
that.
talking about
Listen.
he's talking about raising the kid as well.
It's about raising the kid in that.
That's-
You listen to the
that's a
lyrics in that.
romantic-
It's not about
yeah.
raising the kid. Like,
I just think music.
but music
143,
social. That's just
143
the.
and-
But for me, it's just like a. My girl left me, man. But love.
That's not a tune that say your girl left you.
That's not a love
tune
tune.
telling your girl you love that girl.
Yeah,
That's what that
it
is.
is. That's
And
a bad boy
143.
tune.
143 is bad.
But I'm just I think older tunes for me hit me harder than tunes like that.
All right. So you're saying R. Kelly, you're saying music, yeah,
What did you say? Lovers Rock.
but you didn't come up with no one.
No.
You thought of someone now?
Some Sanchez tune, something like that. Veris. It's gotta be one of them kind of artists there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's got Superman.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Or the Superwoman. Yeah,
Actually,
that's just a tune.
see that? Sure, I know some tunes.
Yeah.
Okay, last one here, yeah? So
Yeah.
this is going to take some thought because especially if you're
Shit.
projecting or if your partner's at home listening, you might get in trouble if you could take your partner anywhere in the world on Valentine's Day to do anything, where would it be?
Somewhere Caribbean or like the Maldives.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I've always wanted to do that. You know, the horses, like run the horses along the beach and that,
Yeah.
that kind of
Oh, wow.
that
Yeah.
thing there. And then you're kind of, you know, when you look at them little shacks and that in the middle of the ocean and you go out and, you know what I'm saying? Like Bora Bora, the place that you see, they've got like the
Yeah.
little nice shacks and that, the beds and that there. And the scenery is, you walk out onto the balcony and the sea's there, you know, and see you got a little jacuzzi thing there. Like that'd be
Dope. Yeah.
that's kind of my thing there. And
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
that's the setting.
That's the setting.
That'll be my setting as well.
You're just saying what he said, are you?
No, that's my setting.
Okay.
It's like, who wants to go to New York or like on a skiing holiday for Valentine's?
Nah,
That's just not.
nah, that's cold.
Wow.
That's cold.
So that's our perspective as men.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
so
Eli's like,
you're-
boy, I want to take a McDonald's and that'll be it, boy.
Nah, that ain't cheap.
So
Like
you,
that.
so your perspective of things. What would you, so your ideal? What would you be ideal is?
A hot holiday. If I like was if I was to get taken on any holiday, I want to go Mauritius. It looks so nice. I think that's sort of Zanzibar sort of area. But yeah, it has to be a hot holiday, definitely.
Wow.
Holiday,
Yeah.
beach, sea.
I was thinking something more simple than that. God damn. Okay, real quickly before we go, the last thing.
Okay.
I was thinking, it was my dad's birthday recently, and I was thinking a lot about him and like some of the funny times, yeah? And I remember when he was a certain age, do you remember when he got a gold Porsche?
Yeah.
Old school gold
With a
Porsche.
little hump tick
Yeah.
in the back. I remember
And
that.
he's driving around, and I remember like people were like, "Your dad's going through a midlife crisis," and I was like, "Well, he can't, man. He's only like 41, 42. There ain't no midlife crisis." But now I'm there. I feel like he probably was going through a midlife crisis. Like, do you feel like you've done anything that looks like that, where you've gone, "Do you know what? I never had this, or I could never do that. I'm just gonna do it
Yeah.
because I'm there."
I done it last week.
What'd you do?
I got on a train all the way to Leicester to go and get myself a convertible Mercedes, bro.
Because he was saying convertible last week to me a
And I
couple weeks
showed,
ago. I was convertible. And I was like, "Why do you want a
I showed
convertible?"
Tage the picture and that, and it's like, it's a nice car. Basically, the Mercedes I had before,
Yeah.
but it's a convertible C-Class, went there. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get myself, do you know what I mean? I can imagine myself in the summer, roof down. I've always wanted to get a convertible since I was a kid. When I went to Leicester, bruv, like 3 hours, and I got there, looked at it, I thought, oh yeah, this is nice. And then, do you know what I got there? I got like this, like, actually, I don't know if I'm 100% sure about it. And I just said, nah, I got back on the train and came all the way back. So I've done like 6 hours worth of travelling.
Wow.
And
But it's
didn't
creeping
didn't
in
even
though.
Get the car. And then the worst thing is, I came back, walked past the house. It was exactly the same car I was going to get bought, just in a different colour. And I was like, I should have got that car, man.
There you go.
Why did I get that
It's
car?
going to get you
but
to do
something
something.
didn't. But I feel like I'm in that place now. And I also feel like I've seen so many people pass and, you know,
Never
young,
accomplished this,
old,
yeah.
and things like that. And I just, and someone said to me the other day, like, nah, man, like, she goes, you never know when your time's going to come. She goes, I'll go out, I'll go on holidays, I'll do this, I'll do that because tomorrow never comes.
Yeah.
So, like, there's nothing what's there to worry about?
That's
Like,
the definition of a midlife crisis,
Yeah.
though, yeah? Because
And-
when you're your age, 20s, 30s, you're thinking life's long, yeah?
Yep.
And then when
Yep.
you start getting to 40, you start realising life's not long. And that's why people have a crisis, because they're like,
They do.
I've got to
well,
do this.
I've got to think about it. When I was Tayshia's age, my dad was my age. And now my dad's like 20 years older than me.
yeah.
And so it's like, hold on, like some of us, you know, our parents have gone and stuff.
Yeah.
And then once they go, it's then you.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, I'm thinking, what, my clock?
Yeah.
Like, you know, tomorrow can come, but realistically, once our parents go, we're the next generation to go. And that comes
Yeah.
around quick. I just won't have any new regrets, really. So now I'm just thinking,
So you're on your way.
at the moment, I think I'm just going to have to do what I've got to do.
Ash, have you started a midlife crisis yet, or are you?
No,
you due one?
well, my obsession with doing other things came from like when my granddad died.
I think that's your midlife crisis, though. You're jumping out of planes and stuff.
Yeah,
You
but
man,
I've
you
always-
got a bit of holidays and that.
I've
What about
always
your
wanted
trouble?
to. I always wanted to jump out of a plane. That's always something I wanted to do. Even when I was younger, I wanted to do that, but I've never had the balls to do it.
Yeah, and
I
the
feel
balls are
like
here now. Why?
The balls are just there. I don't know. It's just stuff I want to do. Zip lining, it was never something. That was Dan that put me into zip line. I was all right. I'm gonna try that. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just going to Google what do men do in midlife crisis, and I bet all them things come up, Ashwell.
I might class it as whatever you want to class it as. For me, it was when my granddad died, and I was like, they were reading out his eulogy, and it was like, he's only ever been to 2 countries, Jamaica and here.
Yeah.
He's never done this, he's never done that. And I'm like, did he really have a fulfilling life? Did he, you know what I mean? Did he accomplish or do everything that he wants to do? Yeah, increased risk, of course.
Increased risk-taking, engaging in risky behaviours like reckless driving, extreme
Definitely not gonna do
hobbies.
with me. This is all from then, stem from then. And then that's when I went and then I started going a lot more holidays. And now I just want to do loads of crazy shit. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to jump out of a plane this year because we were meant to do it last year and I didn't do it. So it's booked for this. It's going to be this year.
Can I
Summertime.
see?
Yeah, of course. I'm going to do it. As many zip line as I can and do some crazy jumps.
I think I look on my timeline and I see lots of people. I think you're having a midlife crisis now. Like people speak out what's on their mind and stuff online now, especially with relationships. And
Yeah, I don't do that.
I think the worst combination is coming out of a relationship in our age and having social media because that kind of fuels that midlife crisis and it's public and you see people doing it, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, tell you,
Oh, yeah, they're airing their shit out. You're like,
yeah.
Like nobody needs to know that. Like I don't. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna air my. Never gonna do that because at the end of the day, like, okay, cool, it didn't work. Like, just leave it like that, innit? Like, don't need to be any more than what it is.
From your perspective, like young people and like to like our age, obviously, you've seen and grew up around like us guys and stuff,
Yeah.
and seen how we sort of act and what we do. Do you think there's much difference in the mentality of young people to like how we are?
What do you mean, like maturity levels?
Yeah.
I don't know, with some things, but sometimes I don't think you're that mature. But even like, you know, my uncles and that, like, I'm just like, I can't believe that you guys are like 30, 35, 40, like, you guys still act like you're 21. Do you know what I mean?
That maybe is where the older generation missed the trick. They weren't close enough to us to understand. There was that relationship wasn't really there. It's like, no, I'm the adult, you're the child, and there was no in between. Whereas I think like we can kind of coast and guide the younger generation through. We don't think I'm bigger than you in a sense. Like there's that. So like even if it's like 10 years younger, there's that respect level between us. And then like your kids and that you can make like my parents would never sit down with me and have a growing conversation.
Yeah.
No, you're 16, bro. I'm
Kids
40
room.
something rascal. He's like, I'm about to chat to
Go
you.
in the other
Come on,
room.
go to the room. Come
Go
out.
in the other
Like,
room, bro. Go
so
in the kids' room.
there's certain old people and generations that like you knew you had to have respect for.
Yeah.
So you had respect for them. And there's ones that you didn't. You thought,
You're
brother,
a
you
chief,
can't tell me
bro.
nothing.
Yeah,
You can't tell
you're
me
a
nothing.
chief.
I'm punch you up in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I guess that's kind of like, I don't think that's changed much. I think younger generation probably still think the same.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like she just said.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they're laughing at us like we're not mature.
Yeah, like, I think they still feel the same.
Yeah.
Like, so, but yeah.
All right, closing question then, and it's kind of dual, so it's different for you than it is for us. For us, the question is, what's the one thing you thought you'd have figured out by the time you were 42 that you haven't quite figured out yet in life? And for you, what do you hope that you're going to have figured out by the time you reach our age?
I'd probably have to say,
It's a hard question.
like where I'm going, like my career, my life, my thoughts on that change daily, man.
Yeah.
Will we ever really know?
Some people do, man. Ash.
Probably family structure. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, here.
So having a family structure, because even now, like I think, like I'm like 42, I don't have a kid. I'm not in no situation with anybody. So it's like, and every one of my friends are in. They've got kids or they got their structure. They got. Do you know what I mean? So I got no one that I can like pass on anything to, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nobody want to be an old dad, but that's the case I'm rolling to, right? If
Well, no, if you had a kid this year, right?
This year? Whoa.
Let's just say you had a kid this year and you're 42, 43 by the time the kid comes. Do you be 50, 58 when it's 15? It's not that old. It's not that old.
Is that your dad or your granddad?
But them kids who had them old parents have always got money. That's
Yep.
one thing. They're
Yep.
never broke or struggling, are they?
Yep.
They're always comfortable. And that's
Yep.
that's the upside to it. We had kids and I wasn't young, but I was still struggling. I was young enough. And finally, Tasia, what kind of thing do you want to achieve by the time you're our age?
Probably my career as well. Especially because I went into an apprenticeship at 16. Like, I'm already working a 9 to 5. But every day I'm like, do I want to work? Like, I love my job, to be honest. And there's so much, like, opportunity for growth in my job because I work for, like, quite a big business. But every day I think, do I want to work 9 to 5? Like, working 5 days a week for the rest of your life. Every week. It's a lot.
It's at the start, you know. You at the start.
It's crazy.
Yeah, okay, cool. So what is it you want to do by the time you're 42?
Go to 42 countries.
That's a good goal. That's a
I want to
wicked
go
goal.
to 42 countries by the time I'm 42.
That's a wicked goal, man. 42 countries.
Yeah.
It's achievable, easy.
All right. That's it. Where the Keys at is a wicked episode. We'll learn a bit more about love thanks to these lot. They taught me a lot of things. We learned more about midlife crisis, sky
Auras.
jumping, buying topless cars to let the dreads fly.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
sir.
Where the Keys at, we're out.
Peace.
Peace.